Hey y'all, what's up? This your girl Nicole, and I'm back with another episode on the Irony of It All podcast. So today we really get into it because I've been thinking about something. I heard somebody talking about this, and it really lit something in my spirit because it's the truth. Every day animals wake up with no clue of what they're going to eat. No clue of anything. But I guarantee you one thing. They go get it. They go get it. Really think about it. I see spiders climbing up trees, ants climbing up trees. There's different animals that can climb up trees. And my thing is, how did they know that they can climb? How did you know? They had enough faith and they didn't let their fear overpower them, and they tried. And they learned that they could. So they continued to climb and go higher and go higher and go higher. And that really makes my mind wonder, because even as humans, sometimes we're so afraid to jump, to do things that we want to do and things that we have been called to do. We're afraid to try different things, when the fact is, all you have to do is try. You'll never know how strong you are if you never try. You'll never know how high you can climb if you're afraid to climb. And that's when it hit me. In the beginning, God gave man dominion over everything, over every animal. Yet the animals have more faith. Humans have more fear than animals. Humans are more afraid to do things than animals. I've been outside and I've seen birds everywhere on the ground, and people just walking and the birds just sitting there. I'm not flying away. I'm eating right now. No fear. So it just makes me tap into the fact that, how can I say I'm better than an animal that walks the earth, but the animal has more heart than me? How am I sitting back on my goals, my dreams, and ambitions, and allowing an animal to show more courage and more strength than me as a human? I know there's been times I've stressed about, what I'm going to do? I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm even in situations now, I'm learning to not even overthink it, to allow things to flow. But I have been in that moment where I overthought things. And I was worried about, okay, what we're going to eat tomorrow? What we're going to eat? What we're going to do? And then that passage really struck me hard, because it's animals get up every day and they just go get it. They go get it. So be like that animal. Be like that tiger. Be like that lion. Be like that, that cheetah. Be like that giraffe. Be like that zebra. Be like that hyena. Go get it. What's for you is for you, and it's alignment for you, but we have to be able to go get it. Go get it. Sometimes we sit back and we overthink a lot of stuff in our life, and we make it bigger than what it is. The only thing that should be big right now is your faith. We should be operating out of big faith. And it seems, in some cases, some scenarios, and the way life happens, sometimes it can be scary. But we have to remember who we serve. We have to remember the God that we serve. The same God that said, no weapons formed against you shall prosper. That means if you're going through something, just because you're going through something does not mean that you are defeated in that situation. Keep going. That rainbow is at the end of this storm. Keep going. Be fearless. To get to levels that you've never been before, you have to do things you've never done before. And I didn't understand it. I was like, well, I'm grinding hard. But are you adding new things into this level of grinding? If I'm pushing, for instance, I'll speak on me. with me with this podcast. And this podcast is like my baby, you know? Even though to some it may seem, and I'm not even going to speak on some. I'll say this. With me and my podcast, I get on here and there's days that sometimes I can be nervous to speak. But I still get on here. I pray before I get on here. And I open myself up to God. And I allow Him to, use me to let the Spirit flow. To show that it's okay sometimes. Even if you're a little nervous. Even if you're a little scared. Even if you're, you're kind of overthinking a little bit sometimes. You just got to take a deep breath. Say that prayer. Center yourself. And most importantly, remember the God that you serve. And remember the Spirit that He placed within you. That fighting spirit. I said, I want to be like the eagles. I just want to fly, like, to see it from a different angle of life. I want to be like that lion who gets the respect just by being present, allowing my light to speak for me. Allowing my heart to speak for me. It's time out for allowing fear to not only speak for me, but to hold me back from everything that's for me. Like I said, animals wake up every day with no clue of what they're going to eat. Fish in the sea swim every day with sharks, with whales. I mean, it's so many species of fish, yet they swim every day, not knowing if they're going to be somebody's lunch or if they're going to find lunch. But they go every day. And they accept the flow of what it is. You ever seen a school of fish being ate? When another fish is coming at them and they're eating. It's like, even when it's happening, this school of fish has this certain swarm that they pull, but they don't break apart. They keep going because they understand this is the flow of it. Flow of life. And it makes it so much easier when you allow the flow to just go how it should be and not how you want it to be. To really just trust God on this journey and let go of fear and understand that everything you're praying for is for you. All you have to do is take the necessary steps towards that. Every time I click on this podcast, that is me taking the necessary steps towards my purpose. Towards overcoming my fear, speaking in front of others because I talk a little different. Me overcoming my fear of putting my story out there and putting out my personal struggles that I've been on in this journey, that we call life. Things that I've been through, I'm not afraid to bear it all because I'm learning that every step that I take and I overcome fear, I become more fearless. I become more fearless. So every time I think about the fact that how did animals know they could crawl? They had to try. How did a bird know he could fly? He had to try. A fish doesn't even have to learn how to swim. What does he do? He just starts. Why? Because they're already equipped with the tools within them. All they had to do was actually activate the tool by simply trying. Activating the tool by simply trying. So in 2022, to all of my people who are listening to this podcast, it is time that we activate the fighter within us and let fear go sit on the back burner and see that we can overcome and do anything that we put our heart, mind, and soul to, especially when it is anchored in faith and it's anchored in God. Because why? That's where everything comes from. But I'm telling you, if God can put the courage in a fish to swim, you could be the smallest fish to swim with sharks. If God can put enough bravery in, to put enough bravery in a zebra to be in the jungle and still be able to walk around and birth kids and bring kids into the jungle with lions, with tigers, with all of these things. It's the strength that's already within them. Activate that strength within you. It's time to activate that strength within us. Every time you hear my voice, it's me activating that strength within me to say, listen, there may be a little doubt sometimes. There may be some fear try to creep up in here. But at the end of the day, that faith is going to be activated. That courage that's within me is going to be activated. And that willpower to make it happen is going to be activated. Y'all already know this your girl down in Nicole. I just come to drop that to tell you, activate that faith. Activate that fighter. Activate that fearless mode. Activate it. I love y'all so much. I'm not going to stop putting energy. I heard my spiritual brother say we on a milli today. And it's true. We on a milli because God has been so good. And it is time for us to activate that. You know, like we've been sitting back long enough. God is like, I put this purpose in you a long time ago. I put this power in you a long time ago. I put this fearlessness in you a long time ago. I put all this in you a long time ago because of the pain, because of the trauma, because of the fear. Sometimes we let it overtake us. And it's time out for that. We are bigger than our fears. We're bigger than anything that's trying to hold us back from being who we were called to be, who we were created to be, and to walk and be fearless in everything that we do. This is my quote, and I put it on a shirt, and I'm going to say it again. Once you become fearless, you become unstoppable. Once you become fearless, you become unstoppable. We should fear nobody but God. No one but God. Why fear man that can only kill flesh? I fear the man who can not only kill flesh, but also put the spirit through it. Do you hear me? Yeah, I gotta fear that. That's a big God. That's a big God. All fear. Do you hear me? But other than that, no. And I can't fear nothing else. Why? Because I have that unstoppable God. That's who I serve. So I'm a part of him. You know what I mean? So yeah, nothing can come against that. I fear nothing. Because he is the creator of all things. So if I'm linked in with the creator of all things, why would I fear something that he created? Whether it be opportunities, whether it be, you know what I mean, people, places, things, I will not fear anything. Head up, chest out. Activate that fearlessness in 2022. I love y'all so much. I'm signing out. Y'all have a great day. Like I said, it's your girl, Nicole. Pray for me. Don't pray on me. And if you're praying for me, if you're praying on me, I'm still praying for you because it's all love and it's going to always be there. I love y'all so much. Have a great day.